When Hurricane Helene hit, it was so challenging because there was no communication. And so in the beginning, we were just trying to get out of our neighborhoods and find each other and be able to figure out what the situation was on the ground. You saw that people all across the region experienced food insecurity who maybe had never had food insecurity before. When people can't put food on their table, that is a crisis for them because food is something that we all essentially need every single day. At MANNA FoodBank, our mission is to unite, involve, and educate people in the work of ending hunger in Western North Carolina. So you can see that that is a perfect mesh with the work that we did during the disaster, because what we had to do was really bring people together to make sure that our neighbors had the food that they needed. We are so unbelievably grateful for SECU's foundation support. We are able to buy produce boxes that are then going to serve our neighbors. People are really ready and hungry for fresh produce and healthy meals, and so we're super excited to have this resource to be able to share with the community. Our community partners are so important. We have over 220 local partner organizations that we work with. Each of those partners, they know their community well, they are trusted by their community, and they are deeply rooted. And then a lot of them are the only resource available in some of these rural counties. We really try to be the best resource we can be so that they can get the food that is meaningful, helpful, needed in their particular communities. I think in Western North Carolina, we have this tradition of looking out for each other, of supporting our neighbors, and that was just on full display. It's not just here at MANNA headquarters, but in all of those partner agencies as well that are helping serve their community. And then networks of donors and advocates and people who are engaged in our mission in so many ways.
Our mission at Baptist on Mission is to mobilize volunteers to meet human needs. We want to glorify God in doing that. When we first saw the damage that Helene caused, it was absolutely heartbreaking. And our immediate response at Baptist on Mission and the response of our volunteers was to ask, what can we do and how quickly can we do it to help put people's lives back together? Baptist on Mission began our response to Hurricane Helene and our involvement in the disaster by sending feeding teams, relief teams, which are the first stages. So one of the ways that State Employees Credit Union Foundation was so critical is that their generosity allowed us immediately to order 50,000 meals before the storm had hardly even stopped. Next, we sent recovery teams that tore out the damaged materials and furnishings from homes. And then our third stage is the rebuild process, putting homes back together.
Our role is to help establish and get running the multiple rebuild sites that we have across Western North Carolina. And I handle the construction side of it, make sure that they have a good understanding of all the construction, the permitting, the relationship with the local inspectors, make sure they have all the tools that they need to operate with.
We've got 6,000 trained disaster response volunteers. For when they hear the disaster is coming, they begin getting ready. Many of them already have a travel bag packed, waiting them in place. We communicate with all of those volunteers of what we're going to need, and they begin preparing. We let people know before the storm hits that we're going to respond.
We get to see the same teams come in over and over and over again. And we've always had to say, and you may come in as a volunteer, but you leave as a family. I think it's very important that we work together with other organizations for the simple fact of resources. We can't offer everything that these homeowners need. So, for example, we go in and we rebuild the house and do the construction side of it. But what if a family needs furniture? What if a family needs appliances? With different organizations that comes in and helps us with these other resources to get a family back to whole.
We often talk about the roller coaster of kind of grief and gratitude. And that's what the last few months have been. You go from these moments of like seeing this extreme devastation and the impact that it's had on people to turning right around and seeing all of these people coming together in these beautiful ways and supporting their neighbors. It was the most amazing example of people helping people.